All right, guys, fuel injected now. It was carb that we used to test it, make sure the engine was running good, oil pressure, all that is good. So now that we know that's good, fuel injection, turbo, how the owner's gonna run it in his car. What we're gonna do today is just get the owner a base map tune, a startup tune basically. And I'm gonna take you guys with me. Let's do it. All right, so fortunately when I was setting the fuel pressure, I didn't hit record, but fuel pressure is set. You'll basically be able to see it here. And oil pressure. I'm gonna see if I can zoom you guys in just a little bit right there. I'm gonna go ahead and crank the engine up. I don't know if it'll idle honestly, but I'll give it some throttle, try to maintain it idling. Yeah, so we got good fuel pressure. We got good oil pressure. But I'm having to give it some throttle right now. I'm just letting it see if it'll clear up a little bit. There you go. I'm off the throttle right now. Completely off the throttle. See the throttle's right here. It's idling by itself. Sounds very nice. Sounds like there might be a small. Yeah, I definitely got a small vacuum leak somewhere. I gotta figure that out, but it's running pretty good. Okay, now that we got it to idle and crank up, now it had like a small vacuum leak. I went ahead and tightened all the bolts, so I'm gonna crank it up again after tightening the bolts. And another thing, it was really rich, so I'm gonna try to tune that so it actually idles like around 14, 13.8. Now that we have it idling, we just want to make sure that we have oil pressure. So we have oil pressure, and we have fuel pressure right where we want it to be. And now we're gonna go here, where it says closed loop compensation. Basically, it's taking 32% out. Oh man, this might have a really bad glare. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna come here, where it's taking the fuel off, like this section right here. Actually, let me try it from here. And I'm gonna hit control down. Basically, try to get that closed loop compensation a little bit better. See how I'm hitting it, how it's going down. So I'm hitting it down. Now we're down to like 5%, which is great. So now what I want to do is I want to come here and I want to smoothen this graph off a little bit, and basically start getting it to idle a little bit lower. So it's right now at 1200. We're gonna come here, idle speed, and bring this down here. Basically, if this will pop right, man, make it 800. There you go. Now we go back to fuel and we repeat, you know, the closed loop compensation. It's right here. So it's still pretty good, 10%. And then you're just gonna let it idle and tune it like that. Here's the engine idling. Yes, sir. Sounds real calm. Get a little, yeah, it's running really good. Letting it get some more temperature in, and then maybe we give it a couple of revs. How about we give it a couple of revs right now, see what it does. Oh, shit. Yeah, just gonna let it get a little bit hotter, and then I'll put some clips of me revving it.